What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Hazey Vapors. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at the first RDA that I purchased since I've been vaping, the Tobeco Velocity clone. Wouldn't it be awesome if you had a clone? You could send them to your job, you could make them do all your work around the house, and you could do cloud comps whenever you wanted. Clouds are weak, bro. Stop copying me. Today I'll be taking a look at the Tobeco Velocity. This is a clone of the authentic Velocity. I really don't want you guys to be discouraged by the word clone. I think it's a great way to get, your hands on a great product for, 1/3 of the price. I picked mine up for $23.99. I think the authentic sells for over $100 up here in Canada. So I mean, vape budget hands. Come on. I got mine from the Happy Vapor. It's a website up here in Toronto, and they're just a fantastic site. I mean, they have $10 next day shipping if you're in the GTA, the Greater Toronto area. So if you want your stuff next day by like 12 p.m., boom, $10 and it's yours. Great, great, great deal. They have really good prices, and while you're online, doing your Google foo for better deals, you can speak with Happy Catherine. It's a live chat system they have, and she's extremely helpful and, full of information about the site, and she'll help you with anything that you need. Great shopping experience. So I just want to let you guys know that for my RDA reviews, I'm going to be taking a look at 3 simple points. I'm going to be taking a look at the overall design, I'm going to be taking a look at the build deck, and we'll take a look at airflow, because I think those are the most important things about an RDA. So let's get into this. So here she is, the Tobeco Velocity. I'm sure by now everybody has seen this, and as you all know, the Velocity style deck has just taken over the market. I learned to build on this, extremely easy. You can fit any sort of build in there that you want, from simple Canthal coils to, dual fused Claptons. I've had no problem fitting anything in here. So, great place for beginners. If you're just getting into building, I highly recommend the Velocity. So let's just take a look quickly at what you get. It comes in this nice little box. Nothing too fancy. You will get a 510 drip tip adapter, so you can put any drip tip you want on here. You get your extra O-rings for the base, and you do get a couple extra grub screws, and this does come with a hex key. I don't have it here right now, but I've never had any trouble with the hex key with this. No problem with the grub screws. They've never stripped. I'm still on the original one, so no problem at all. So let's take another look at it. As you can see, it comes with a truss style tip. Very nice and big. Really easy to drip down the center. 22 millimeter. I have the black version, and I love this. The airflow, you just twist it, and it spreads, and the airflow gets bigger. The airflow sits both sides, right on each coil, and it has these little indirect airflow holes, which is also kind of a cool feature. It's a twist out drip tip, nice and simple. Very easy to clean, very easy to keep together. So, for overall design, the simplicity of it, I love it. Like I said, this was my first RDA, so I gotta go with a 9 out of 10. Now, let's take a look at the airflow. So, you got 2 big holes on either side, and the nice thing is you just twist it up to adjust the airflow. Wide open, you get a ton of airflow on this thing. The holes sit directly right on your coils, keeps it nice and cool. These little indirect airflow holes at the top, they go all the way around, and of course you get that little robot face that everybody seems to love. I like to keep those closed. I find when you have them open, you have a cloud chasing RDA on your hands. When you close these off and you just use, the big side airflow, you have a flavor chasing RDA. And I think that's one of the best parts on this airflow design, is that you kind of have the best of both worlds in a really simple, small package. Um, I'm more of a flavor chaser, I guess you could say, so I do like to keep those holes closed and these ones a little tight, and you get fantastic, fantastic flavor out of this thing. But I'm going to do you a favor, and I'm going to open up all the holes as much as I can, and let's see the vapor production. So I mean, as you can see, you can get a ton of vapor production out of this thing with all the holes wide open. Like I said, it cuts back on the flavor, but some people don't care. They're just looking for the huge clouds. So I mean, another great place to start if you're into cloud chasing or flavor chasing. You know, let this make up your mind on that sense. So airflow, a lot of options on this bad boy. I'm gonna have to give it another 9. So I guess the most important thing on any RDA, RTA for me is the build deck. I mean, if it's something very complicated and weird, you know, chances are I'm going to stay away from it. The Velocity deck has taken over the market. It's in everything nowadays. So let's take a look at it. You can pop this top cap off. Something I forgot to mention. It's got a notch on here, and it's got a notch inside. So, I mean, when you put them together, all you got to do is twist it until that notch fits in. Boom. You can adjust your airflow. This thing doesn't move at all, which is just a great feature. So, the 2-post Velocity style deck, probably the easiest. Please don't mind the janky ass coils that are in here right now. I'm no twisted messes. This is a simple build, simple dual Claptons. Yeah, the 2 posts, 4 holes, 2 positive, 2 negative. You know, one lead goes up, one lead goes down. Same on both sides. Super, super, super easy to build on. I think that's why it's taken over, because it's just, you know, a really, really smart way of being able to put coils in quickly. The best part about this build deck is the deep juice well. You can fit a ton of cotton in there, and it holds a lot of juice. So you're not re-dripping every time that you sit down with this thing. Holds a good amount of juice. You know, what else can I say about the 2-post design? It's so simple. It works great. Not much to it. You know, I've never had trouble with the post screws. So, you know, let's face it, Velocity style build deck, it's huge. It's taken over. Simplest thing to learn on if you're just getting into building. Highly recommend it. I got to give the build deck 10 out of 10 just for ease and simplicity. Well, the Tobeco Velocity clone is going to walk away with a final score of 28 out of 30. I know that seems high for a clone, but I don't think it's that far off from the authentic one. Tobeco does some great work. I mean, it's all high quality, machined well. I have no issues with it at all. It's just been a really great vaping pleasure since I've owned it. I got mine for $23.99 from the Happy Vapor. I'll put a link in the description where you can check them out. And yeah, guys, I mean, if you're just looking to get into building, or even if you're an experienced builder and you just want, you know, something fun to play with and you've never tried the authentic Velocity, check out Tobeco. You will not be disappointed. Great product. Also, before I go, I just want to give a huge shout out to Shane Preston, the owner of Vaping Swag, over at myvaporium.net. If you're not a member yet, get over there, get signed up, and get chatting, because it's just an incredible community. Everybody there is just into vaping. You know, they love sharing their stories and products and hand checks, and it's, you know, it's just like a big Facebook for vaping. So get over there, get signed up, join the community, head over to Vaping Swag, get some, you know, vaping swag gear. You can get, you know, Mike Vape shirts, Vaping Fagan, Brian at the TVC, anybody. You can wear their faces on your chest. Who doesn't want to do that? You know what I mean? Yeah, so head over to myvaporium.net. Thanks again to Shane Preston. Just an awesome, awesome guy. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, eh? And come back next time while you subscribe.